Hey everybody. Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to make your paper weave. So you've already got your strips of paper or material, and you're going to do 9 strips by 9 strips of paper or fabric or whatever. So this is my 9 watercolored strips that I tore the edges of. Well, first I watercolored the whole piece of paper like I showed you with that red sheet. Then I tore them in pieces, and then I used coffee and like made the edges not white like this. I made them, dyed with coffee, but I just kind of painted it on. And then I took, for my other 9 pieces, burlap that I dipped in the half water, half glue mixture, and then I added a rose gold leaf onto all of them with just like Mod Podge and rose gold leaf, which, I'm not expecting anybody to have that at their house or anything, but I had it and I thought it would be pretty. If you wanted to use material or burlap or something like that, you could just use glitter or, paint or something on top of it. So first I'm going to show you kind of how you can do it if you're just using paper. It won't be 9 by 9, but just to give you the idea, because not everybody's going to have material that they're going to need to deal with, and that's requires a little bit more attention to detail. Well, not really attention to detail. It's hard. You have to pay attention to the gluing part. So when you are laying it out, it's basically kind of what you want to do. You can pick a pattern. You can just do it differently on each row. It's kind of up to you. So basically you kind of start out with your first row. And as you can see, obviously this would be kind of long if I was only using 4 pieces, or not long, it would be kind of wide. But this isn't the assignment. The assignment is 9 pieces by 9 pieces. And then I could, come back through, and you're going to be gluing it as you go. So, but since I don't want to do that because I'm going to use this with the burlap, I could do that. I could have it weave under there and pop back up again. Let's see, I'll go under on this one, and then over, and then under, and then over. And again, part of the reason why this looks kind of funny while I'm doing it is because I haven't glued any of the previous rows down, which if you are using paper, you would do your first one and you would put some glue behind it and smush it down and then glue and then glue, and then it would stick as you go. So this is the general idea of how to like weave it in and out, and you can just pick if you want a pattern or if you want to kind of mess with it as you go. And if you're not sure and you want to have the ability to play around with it, then, sorry, excuse me, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Then you can, put like a weight or something on it. Like, so I'm going to use these in a minute when I start using the burlap, but they're just like chip clips. You could have it sit like this so you can kind of start to figure out the general idea, because you might lay it all out and then not really like some aspect of it. But if it's glued, it's kind of there for good. Okay, so that's how you do it if it's just all paper. Now I'm going to start showing you the plan for if you've got a mixture of material and paper, or if you used the paper towels and you dipped those into the glue water mixture, you would kind of do it like I'm getting ready to do as well, where you have to kind of make sure you get each layer really stuck on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's my 9. All right, so I have got my piece right here, and I'm going to, let's see, how do I want to do this? It's kind of like collaging, when you collage, and how you kind of make decisions as you go. I think I'm gonna actually have these go this direction. And so sometimes that means you change your mind on things because there's an element of thinking, well, not an element, you're definitely thinking about it as you go, unless you have planned it out meticulously ahead of time, but that's not like really my style. So I'm always thinking about it as I'm working on stuff. Like the fact that I have all this the way it is right now, the whole time I was making these, you know, I was thinking about like what my plan would be, but it isn't mapped out necessarily. But some people like to make art that way. Okay, I'm gonna like simplify it down just so it's easier for you to see on the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna take, this is just glue, regular old glue, and I'm going to use it with a paintbrush. And I'm gonna put some glue right here, and then I'm going to take my glue coated burlap, glue water, and so it's all stiff. That's why it's like, you know, like this and not just flopping over. I'm gonna put it on the back of this as well. And then I'm gonna put it here. And then I'm gonna use this chip clip, and you could use like a paperweight or, you know, like just anything that's mildly heavy to hold it down. You know, you can just like here's a pin thing, you can just set it on top. Okay, and then I'm going to, my dog just came in the room. Sorry, he's making lots of noise. So same thing again. I'm gonna put some glue on here and put some glue right here. And then I'm going to use my chip clip again. So that they start to stick. And then I'm going to go under again. Oh, that's my cat. Everybody's in here. And it's just a little bit trickier when you're using not just paper, but I mean, you can tell it's not like hard. You just have to try a little bit harder to get it to stick, that's all. Versus just gluing, you know, right onto the paper. But this isn't like difficult. Okay, gonna, let's see. You can also do like one, like right now it's kind of under, over, under, and let's say I did that all the way across. The next row I don't have to do it, I can mix up my order. It doesn't have to be exactly the same on every row, but if you are a more mathematically ordered person, you might want that. It would probably be annoying to you if it wasn't like that. And that is perfectly fine. You do the version that you like the best. It's also okay if they're like kind of crooked, because it's going to make it interesting when it's all finished. That's not always true in art. Sometimes things have to be really exact. Like the lettering assignment we just did, which I know was not always super fun, but looks great when you're finished. Okay. So I think I'm just going to continue the over, under thing here. Let's see, what have I got? 5, 7, 9, more to go. I mean, 4 more to go to make 9. I guess I'll maybe go over to this side. And I don't really like how clean this looks right here, how like straight it is from when I cut it with scissors. So I'm just gonna kind of make it look a little less perfect-y, because, you know, the rest of the burlap doesn't look at all perfect. And that's kind of the appeal to me. Okay. And I think I'm gonna scoot this over a little bit. And you can see, like, and this is something you'll have to be kind of careful with. Like if you use a chip clip like I did, and you see how it's starting to bend it right there, you just want it on enough so that it sticks, but then you kind of have to take it off so that it doesn't look weirdly folded by the chip clip. And then that's probably a good time to figure out like if things are placed really the way that you want them, because you still have a little bit of time to move around. And then you'll have to be careful too, because like I just got kind of like glue and stuff right there. So I may choose to use this elsewhere so that it is covered up by a strip later. So I'm gonna turn it around. And let's see, I'm gonna stick it here, fill in this gap that I made. I'm gonna have it stick up a little bit to vary the top so it's not all exactly the same. Put these scissors right there. Okay, so you're kind of getting the idea. It's like you glue it, you make it sure it smashes down to hold it, you mess with it until it gets the way you like, you rearrange it if you need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then I will add a photo of it at the end. Or actually, you know what, I'll just, from here on out, just work on it and then have it be sped up so you can see it at the end.